Let's get to NBC's chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel. You, of course, covered this region for decades, lived there as well, Richard. So let's just start with the reaction that's coming in. We've already heard from the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. How are world leaders, particularly in the Middle East, reacting?
So I've been speaking, Savannah, since this announcement came from President Trump with powerful leaders in the region, members of royal families, and the universal reaction was shock and horror. People don't believe this is feasible. They're not sure if Trump is serious, but they believe that this should not happen, that it would be destabilizing, that it would be tantamount to ethnic cleansing in the region, because many Palestinians don't want to go. The neighboring countries, particularly Egypt and Jordan, don't want to take them in. So that would mean, in theory, if this were to go ahead, the U.S. military going in there and removing people with the barrel of a gun and putting them on some sort of buses and trains and sending them into countries where they don't want to go and countries where they're not welcome. There's a very simplistic argument that could be made that, sure, it makes a lot of sense. You've got an area that has been destroyed. You've got more than 2 million people living there without basic services. So why wouldn't they want to go someplace else where they can have a better life and create an opportunity to rebuild the territory? But the question is, President Trump talks about making this a riviera in the Middle East. For whom? For Palestinians or for Israelis? Palestinians certainly believe if there is going to be any kind of reconstruction there under Trump's perspective, it would be for the Israelis, and that the Palestinians would be displaced and never be allowed to return to their homes or their homeland.
Richard, this idea that the president floated yesterday, that he's not ruling out the possibility of sending troops to the region there. We heard a number of lawmakers seem pretty dismissive of that. What would that even look like, Richard? And what could the potential fallout of U.S. troops being in that part of the world, what would that fallout look like as well?
The U.S. would be entering into a guerrilla war, because some Palestinians could be incentivized to leave, no doubt, that when they go back to their homes. And that is happening right now. Palestinians are moving from the southern parts of Gaza Strip to the north. They're finding very little left. They're seeing tremendous amounts of damage. So some Palestinians probably could be encouraged to leave. But many others would not. Hamas has already said it won't leave. Other factions would certainly emerge. So you'd have American troops occupying, potentially for a long term, one of the most problematic places in the entire Middle East. And for administration and for a president who said that he wants to get out of foreign wars, this would certainly be a very potentially violent entanglement.
All right, Richard, we'll continue to follow it. Thank you for your analysis. Appreciate that.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.